Before I get into the video, I do want to say that being a baby mother does not make you any less of a mother at all. Okay, the reason why I feel like we gotta stop normalizing baby mama culture is because when we normalize baby mama culture, we teach our younger girls that being a wife is asking for way too much. And then we teach our young men that you could get all the wifely duties. You could get the kids, the home cooked meals, the sex, the everything. And you don't gotta make sure to your wife. You get the benefits of having a wife without making her your wife. When we normalize baby mama culture, we teach our young black girls to settle for less. Now, with that being said, every woman does not have to want to be married. I know women who do not want to get married. Every woman does not want to have children. But this shouldn't be something that we're constantly normalizing and pushing to our children. Y'all could say whatever about Cardi or Nick, but they chose to be wives, not baby mothers.
Welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be making a video on basically why I believe that baby mama culture is normalized and why I don't think it should be normalized. Personally, I don't think baby mama culture should be normalized because I just think it's weird and it's wrong. And when you normalize this and stuff like that, it kind of shows to like the men that all you have to do is just knock her up, and then she's gonna start doing all these things for you, and that's all you have to do. And it just doesn't like make them put any effort into the relationship. And other thing is like, I know some people don't care, but personally, I don't want to be referred to somebody as just their baby mother, like just to give her a wife. Like, I just don't think that's very appropriate because yes, they are the children to they're the mother of your children. But at the same time, I don't want to be referred to as somebody that just gave birth to their kids and that's it, because I feel like people don't realize that stuff like that doesn't really benefit you as a woman. I just feel like as a woman, just being someone's baby mama doesn't really benefit you because number one, people are always gonna like, try to make you look like you're the bitter baby mama, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you're bitter because this and that and all that." And then number two, who really wants the title of that? I would rather be known as his wife. And then here's another thing: being like a wife, being versus being a baby mother or whatever. Number one, you get benefits as being a wife. You get the wedding, you get the honeymoon, you get like a lot of things. Especially if you're smart about it, you get like a lot of things as a wife. As a baby mother, you don't really get anything. You just get the title of baby mother, and then 90% of the time you're stuck taking care of that kid. And it depends if you marry, like, not married, because most you're not married, if you're with a good dude or not. Because there's a good percentage chance that when you end up with this kid, you're not really gonna get anything, and you're gonna be stuck, like having to, take care of this kid. And then on top of it, if you do the things of like, trying to get him to like take care of his own kid and take care of responsibility, people will try to paint you in like the bad light of saying like, oh, you're asking for too much, or you're reaching, or you're doing this or you're doing that. It's like, no, you just want the man to take responsibility for his offspring, for his child, something that he helped create with you. That's all you're asking for. But if you're a wife, obviously it's not gonna look that way because you guys are married. But if you're just a baby mama, it's gonna like look like you're doing that. And on top of that, they're gonna like say that you're asking for too much, and it's like you're not asking for too much. You're just asking to take care of kids, and kids are very expensive. Like, kids are just very expensive. I don't understand that. And personally, for me, I already know I'm gonna end up a wife anyways. Because I really don't want kids. Like for me, I just no, I don't have the energy for kids. Like every time I'm around a kid, they're just so energetic. They just drain me, and I just like walk away because I really don't want to deal with it. That's just me. Like I like to walk away from kids all the time because I don't want to deal with them. They're just draining me energetically, and they're just such a waste of time. And then the responsibility of having a kid is so freaking huge. That's another one. People always talk about, oh, I don't get married because it's huge responsibility and stuff like that. You can get an annulment. You can get a divorce. Sure, it may be expensive, but you can get one of those. But you can't divorce a kid. Like, I'm being serious. Like, you're gonna be stuck taking care of that kid for 18 years, and after the 18 years is up, and all that stuff, they can still come around and they can still be in the vicinity. Versus when there's a divorce or like you get an annulment, y'all necessarily don't have to be around each other, but you have that kid, that kid's gonna be in your life to the day you die, probably. It's your DNA, your kid, your problem, and nothing you can say because at the end of the day, you made that kid, therefore you made that choice. There's also that because it's like, how was a marriage a bigger commitment than a kid when you can get a divorce, you can get an annulment, and you can do all those things just so you don't have to see that person ever again that you were like tied to and married to and all that stuff. But a kid, that's a whole different thing. You gonna be stuck with that kid for the rest of your life. Like for example, that kid wanna look you up and come to your house, probably can because that's your child. You know, is way more difficult in that situation than when you have that set marriage. And then there's all the legal benefits that come with being married. Like when you like for example, when you get your social security, when you file your taxes together, they're cheaper by the way. When you buy that house and the honeymoon, the wedding, all those things. Like you get those legal like things and then like when you're together, like physically and stuff like that, you get like more respect. I guess in a way, you know how to explain it. There's also that. And what else can I say about like Dragon culture? I just think it's just weird because it's kind of like to me. I just feel like that even if you don't want to get married, because that's great, that's not everybody's thing. Because I'm not gonna shame someone for not getting married because everybody has their reasons, and some people just don't want to get married, and that's okay. That's fine. That's your thing. But I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't want to be no one's baby mother because I don't want kids, and I just don't want to be old and like all she did was just like give life, or she did was just open her legs and have kids. Like it's not really a goal. And I'm not saying being a wife is a goal, but I'd rather be a wife and know that I'm having security and all that stuff, and I have that thing as a wife and stuff like that than a baby mother, and it's just like it's just grindy to me. Like I don't know, no breeding. It's just no, I can't do it. I just cannot be it. Like I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's just not for me. I can't. I don't want that title. Okay, I'll take the title of being a wife, but I ain't taking the title of being no baby mama. It's just yeah. Especially no. Especially in culture. No, I'm not doing it. Nope. I'm having kids. I'm not gonna once be a mother. Nope. Especially in cultures where it's like normalized to the point where like when they do get married, they look at you weird. But it's like it's weird for y'all not to get married. But it's fine if you just pop out his kids. And it's like when you do that, it's just you're just like letting yourself down because you're just saying to him, okay, I can pop out these kids and stuff like that. And all that stuff, and I'm still gonna do all of this, and I'm still gonna do like the wifely benefits, and I'm still gonna do this, and I'm still gonna do that, and then some. And you don't have to marry me, and I'm gonna still gonna do king course and house fat and kill myself and all that stuff while doing these things. You don't have to marry me, and I'm gonna blah blah blah. So you're just like showing him that like you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to know what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm trying to say. Like you're doing all these things, and it's just benefiting him. Like, it doesn't benefit you in any way. That's what I'm trying to get at. You know? Is there anything else? Yeah. Also, yeah. Also, another thing is yeah. For like the kids and all that stuff, I would rather like the children have like not a goal, but a thing of where like they would look as marriage as like a good thing, and like as being his baby mother is like not something that they want to do because at the end of the day that is a lot of responsibility, and especially if you end up like being in a position where you are like a baby mother is gonna be hell to pay, especially if you have to do it by yourself. And I'm just saying, I'd rather children. Why am I saying my? I don't know. I'm saying like that. My bad, because I don't want kids. Sorry. I would rather children look at that than look happily as being with because it's just no, it's just weird. That's also another thing about that's also another thing that y'all should look at as a woman is I think it's also the fact that like if he's willing to put a baby in you and have that huge responsibility, but he's not willing to marry you. You know, he's not willing to put a ring on your finger. He's not willing to have a wedding. He's not willing to have a honeymoon and all that stuff. Like it just shows who he is. Like He'll put a baby in you, but he ain't gonna marry you. And it's like he, it's like what I'm trying to say. It's like he wants that responsibility, but he doesn't want the big responsibility of like you and him being married, having that holy matrimony, coming together, being husband and wife. But he wants you to be a baby mother. He doesn't see you as a like wanting him. He doesn't see you as like his wife. All he sees you is just a breeder, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm saying it properly, but it's like what I'm saying is like he doesn't see you as someone he wants to marry. He just sees you as someone he wants to have kids with, and that's the end all be all for y'all. That's what I'm saying. So it also shows in like his character as like a partner. So that's what I'm also trying to say. And oh yeah, and also people always say like, oh, just because you get married doesn't mean that you're not gonna end up as a mother and all that stuff. But it's like at least if that does happen, you have some benefits to help you out legally. Like I said, when you become a baby mother, there are less chances of you having those options and having those blueprints laid out for you. It's gonna be harder for you to do those things, especially if you're smart about it and you sign papers and you get this when you have like kids or just in case you have kids or whatever. You got those like legal documents, you should be fine. But it's just harder for you when you are a baby mother. I'm just saying the truth. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.